Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? What's good? Triple Darkness returns. Look at the black sector. Ain't you from the black sector? Black sector, the first person to drop down up in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. What's good, chat rep? Oh, chat rep, I keep forgetting. Child. What's good? What's good, Skillet? What's good, Sassy Francis? What's good, Still Shady? What's good to everybody? Y'all, I was running some Tesssisis. I was over here running some Tesssisis. What's good, Robin? Thank you for joining me. Let me unblock. I'm unblocking chat rep right now, y'all. Which chat rep, don't get on my bad side no more. I just unblocked you. So you should be able to come in your regular channel, but don't get on my bad side, chat rep. Don't get on my bad side. What's good, Brianna? Yeah, I saw you was still at the nail salon, so I said, well, I'll come on here for a spell. Just a quick spell. To tell y'all how I was running my Tesssisis. Hey, CEO, little boss lady. Chat rep, you better unblock me from your channel. If I'm blocked on your channel, you're going to be blocked again. And this I promise you. But hey, everybody, what's going on? I hope that everybody had a fantastic work week. Hey, Sade. Hey to everyone. I hope that everybody's having a good start to the weekend. Y'all, my morning has been a little bit hectic, a little bit busy. I posted on my community wall today marks 1 year since I got Zulu, since I actually drove out of the state to go pick him up when he was 7 weeks old, y'all. It's a little bit of a milestone. However, I still have to do what I need to do as far as my life goes. So I had to go out and run a few errands. Now I'm doing some laundry. I got a grocery order about to be delivered, which this is a small grocery order because what I plan to do, I got some shrimp, some artichoke, and a few things to have this weekend. But y'all, I think I'm about to kickstart my fasting again. I think I'm ready to go ahead and kickstart it. Which that's the thing. I've kickstarted it before, but I only went like 3 days at a time, 4 days at a time. But y'all, I'm trying to prepare myself to do the long haul. To where I want to see as far as I could get. So we'll see if I'm successful. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Oh, and I'm happy you here, Skillet. Skillet, why in the hell you told that man about Curtis now? Why in the hell you showed up at that man's house, knocked at his door, told him about him being in debt of $200, and then let him know about Curtis, girl? Now, why did you have to try to ruin his day? Why? But I guess you got your money back, so your mission was accomplished. But, you know, it was kind of sad. It seemed like you was trying to break his heart, Skillet. That man probably finally got a first day off work, minding his business up in his house. Then you want to come over there with some fuckery and some foolishness. But I'm happy that nothing happened to you, Skillet. I don't need anything to happen to you. I hope that you are well. But as far as my Tesssisis, y'all. Now I have to say, Pizarro Rump is truly pathetic, y'all. Now Pizarro, just night before last, was on here dragging me and Buddy Lee. Had the nerve to talk about she was that bitch. Y'all, it's the titles for me. When you put in your title that you that bitch, you done, and use my last name up in it, but you that bitch. Say that I look like Manny Fresh, Buddy Lee look like Manny Fresh, and the following morning, you on here pleading for help, talking about you giving up. Giving up on what? Giving up on your life? Giving up on your channel? Giving up the lie that you drive a Tesla, giving up on the lie that you actually married. What are you giving up on? Exactly what? What are you? We are not going, said J.Dunn. How do you feel about Ness and Intrusion dragging you this morning? You know, I heard that that's what they did over there, which I think is quite interesting because that's another part of my Tesssisis. Y'all, I've not been live on this channel in 5 days. Typically, I'm not live on this channel much at all because I actually have a career for a living. But what I think is interesting is whenever I'm minding my business and clicking the panel, whenever I have something to contribute, clicking the panel because I was asked to click the panel or what have you, people still make it up in their mind to have commentary about me, and I think it's quite interesting. When people invite people over for the sole purpose of picking their brains about me, it's interesting because it means that you care. It means that you are invested. It means that you give a damn about who I'm dealing with. That's what it means. Ness could never say that I invited somebody over here to try to ask about her, but she loved asking about me. Girl, if you don't be with the bitch that you have, and then now you inquiring about Jessica Michelle. Why do you need to know about Jessica Michelle? As long as I'm not conversing with you, I'm not bothering you. Why you worried? Just sitting up there just like some cackling hens that ain't got shit else better to do. Yes, please like my video, y'all. But when I on purpose stayed off of my platform for 5 days and bitches still pressed, well, keep being pressed, ho. Keep being pressed. The nerve of people to worry about me more than I worry about them. The nerve. The nerve of people to hold panels talking about me when I don't need no panel to talk about you. But it just goes to show y'all whether I'm silent for 5 days or 10 days. Somebody gonna find a way to have a discussion about me. And I guess that's your right to do. We are not going. Yes, I know about all of that. I know about all of that. I'm aware of it all. Which is quite hilarious because on the contrary, if Intrusion has a stud that she with, then why is she trying to deal with Jessica Michelle again? You know, it's interesting to me because people don't realize how they are being used. People don't realize how people are trying to use them for whatever reason. People don't understand constructive criticism when I try to give it because they prefer not to take the constructive criticism because it's coming from me. But as far as myself and Jessica Michelle, we had a few personal conversations, y'all. It was an interesting, build up. But the thing is, y'all, it wasn't that deep. For whatever reason, now Ness done made it up in my mind that I was in love with Jessica Michelle. I'm trying to figure out how I'm in love with her. And that's the thing. I told Jessica Michelle she don't discuss me, I'm not going to discuss her. But no, Ness, I wasn't in love with her. I didn't even know her enough to be in love with her. That's you that fall in love before meeting somebody. Bitch, that's not me. That's not me. That's you that's so desperate that you will start spouting I love yous to somebody that you ain't even stood up in their presence. That's you that revamped your entire intro on your video to say that you love a bitch that you had not met before. That's you. That's not me, Ness. We are two different people. Two different people. Child, before I confess my love to any bitch, I gotta done been around you for a little while. In real life, I have to see how you chew your food, because if you chew your food and it bothers me, I might not love you. If you the type of bitch that always want to take a sip out of my soda whenever I done got my soda, when I would have bought you a soda yourself, I might not love you. If you the one, if you a bitch that's always kind of dry bagging and stuff like that, trying to ask me for things on the slick, I might not love you. Mm-mm. If you a bitch that always got your hand out, I might not love you. We are not going. Look, we are not going. I know. Ness loves to put that picture up, and that picture was from 2020 or 2021. We are in 2023. I conversed with Intrusion in 2022. I'm not sure why she runs around here saying that she conversed with me in 2020, but that's a lie. I was having my whole situations dealing with another person. So no, I've never conversed with Intrusion outside of 2022. Ness is putting up pictures from 2020. Intrusion is acting like that was my body. No, bitch, because I showed my pictures. I don't even want to be forced to come out and just reveal text message receipts to defend myself. Y'all know I have the text to prove it. Y'all know I have the messages in which I sent pictures of myself, full body pictures of myself, to this girl. You know, but I had my clothes on. What's good, Latasha? Hey, Fates. What's good, Lynn T and Essence and everybody? Hey, Maverick. So yeah, it's just interesting how people still try to lie. But let them do whatever they want to do over there, y'all. All I know is that I did not go live on my own platform for 5 days. Five days. And what I do know is they can't help but to continue to mention me. Jay Wilson included. Jay Wilson, I had not been on my platform live in 5 days. And you bringing me up every chance that you get. Why? You want me to talk back to you, Jay Wilson? Do you want me to say something back to you, Jay Wilson? What do you want? Because I'm honestly living my entire best life. Child, I just finished picking out my hair. I washed it last night. I have to say, not having my dreads is so liberating, y'all. Because, bitch, I could be like a white girl and wash my hair any day I feel like it and not have to worry about it having to take so long to dry. You hear me, bitch? When you be able to just wash your hair while you taking your shower and shit. Wash your hair and not have to worry about it taking 24 to 48 hours to dry. It's so liberating, y'all. Y'all would not believe. And that's another thing. It's like trolls getting bent out of shape because they want to see my hair. Why? Why do you think you entitled to it? The people that's actually in my real life have seen my hair. And that's on facts. But why do you as a trolling stranger on YouTube feel entitled that I need to let you see my hair first? No. I'll let the people in my real life see my hair first. And my apologies that, some women that thought that they were entitled to see my hair first have not seen it because, they just have not. Like, you're not that important. But about my Tesssisis that I ran. Essentially, just straight Nancy said the girl was fighting yesterday. See, I don't know anything about Castro and Tommy. And to be honest, I like Castro. So whatever he got going on, y'all, I'm staying out of it. I don't know Tommy, but I know Castro. I know of Castro. I know that Castro supports my channel here. I think Castro done supported me on Instagram and TikTok. So whatever Castro got going on, I wish him the best. Hopefully ain't no bullshit. I only been catching bits and pieces of the stuff. And that's the thing, because Jay Wilson is hell bent that I'm jealous of a damn interview about Tommy. Hell, I didn't even know anything about no Castro and Tommy until James did the cleanup talking about the damn interview. I don't know why gay men think that I need to follow all the gay men stories, because I don't. If we're going to be honest, the straight people story over there up in the Mo3 sector and the black sector, their stories are more interesting to me than the gay men stories. So the relationships that people are forming and all this, I never even knew about Castro and Tommy until James did his cleanup. Never even knew that an interview was done until James did his cleanup. Then I went over there to look at the interview, and I thought the interview was done pretty well. But you know, Jay Wilson makes it his business to lie and spin a narrative saying that I was jealous about an interview. Jealous about an interview about what? I'm not even interested in it. Please. Right, official D spot. But Jay Wilson is like, J.Dunn jealous about that interview and about that interview. No. Jay Wilson, you the only person that's concerned about gay issues. I mean, hell, we done known that from back in the jump. Whenever you were saying bring the lube up in the app and you got drug out the closet, child. Now, what has been interesting to me is what's been going on in the black sector. The whole love triangle that's been happening, because I have been a supporter of Buddy Lee probably since last year around this time. And you know, all of that stuff that's happening with Skoka, I found out about Skoka probably, I would say probably the end of last year. And so that stuff right there is interesting. But even Pizarro's stupid ass, depressed ass, like, Pizarro, if you're going to be depressed by yourself, child. Why every single time you have a moment of depression, you got to write on your community wall? Why you always a damsel in distress, but you got a whole husband? Child, I've never seen somebody who is always in distress in life, always having a bad day, but get on here and drag every Tom, Dick, and Harry because she got a husband. Why you always so in distress with a whole husband? Wasn't your husband supposed to solve all your problems, girl? Because let you tell it, a husband to solve everybody else's. Let you tell it, a husband or a wife will get everybody else's problems in order. Meanwhile, you over there with a full-blown husband, but you always on here every 7 days crying about something. You give up. The world is crumbling on you. You feel helpless. You can't go on. Life is just life and it's not fair. All it is, girl, stop crying to us and cry to your husband. And hey, DC, ain't that what your husband is there for, y'all? Ain't that what the husband is there for? Child. It's just the nerve of a bitch to be so comfortable to drag people and turn around the next day and be on here crying, child. That right there I don't get. Don't get me wrong. I understand going through bad times, y'all. Life is not perfect. That's facts. But all the time, like, can you, Pizarro, can you go through a bad time in peace? Can you go through a bad time without bringing YouTube into it? Can you go through a bad time and actually depend on the Lord, your Lord and Savior? Can you go through a bad time and reread the book of Enoch that you said that you read already? Can you go through a bad time and actually meditate and actually handle it on a personal and spiritual level instead of running on here trying to taint your audience with your depression, your despair, your dismay, and the fact that you are just a pathetic bitch? Didn't you say that myself and many other people are missing out of the best joy in life because we don't have sound bites? Well, why you so in despair when you got the sound bites? Why? As soon as you feel like giving up, you better go walk up in there to your sound bites room. As soon as you feel like giving up, you better go up in there and play Connect Four with them. You better sit down on the carpet and play Uno with them. You better sit down on the floor and play checkers with them. How in the world are you always in dismay? Another person, y'all, not just Pizarro, but another person that I realize has been in as much dismay as Pizarro is Hammerhead Shark. Y'all remember who I call Hammerhead Shark on here? Press 1 if y'all know who I call Hammerhead Shark. Child, Hammerhead Shark over there up on her live. After she done tried to drag me, tried to lie on me, tried to dox me, tried to say all this type of crazy shit about me. Now Hammerhead Shark is over there crying up on her video. Like, damn, Hammerhead. When you gonna get your life together? Dear self don't know who Hammerhead Shark. Don't type her name up in the chat, y'all. But for y'all that don't know who Hammerhead Shark is, she is the one who is motherfucking built like a linebacker, look like a hammerhead shark by the face, but prides herself in putting on makeup, trying to teach the sector about makeup. Even to the point to where Sean Bradley had invited her to the show to try to show off her makeup abilities. Hammerhead Shark is the one that was on here crying, doing a whole GoFundMe during Christmas Eve because she had a damn the GoFundMe was on Christmas Eve because she had a damn pipe burst. That's Hammerhead Shark. And Hammerhead Shark was on here crying yesterday too. Yo, she over there crying, talking about her daughter got MS, got multiple sclerosis. Y'all, she didn't show no documentation. She didn't show no paperwork to say if that was true or not. She just came through, and that's what she said. But meanwhile, you the one that get on here and try to terrorize everybody. But now you talk about prayers when I know you was dry begging. No, Hammerhead Shark don't got MS. Hammerhead Shark is claiming that her young daughter has it. But my thing is, we already carried you through to get your house situated, to get you a hotel, to get you a roof over your head during Christmas. And now Hammerhead Shark, we barely just got past the 4th of July. And now one of your kids got MS? What? I just feel like you be laying awake being messy and thinking of stuff to come on here and tell us to help you with. Hammerhead Shark, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. Because if I'm not mistaken, your kids are like late teenagers, early 20s. I'm not going. Again, you need to do like what Pizarro does. And you need to go ahead and take some time to meditate, pray to the Most High. You don't need to get on here and let us know about it. You know, your problem is your problem, Hammerhead Shark. Whatever is happening is what's happening. You know, I bet, we find out a lot. We find out a lot. All just by listening. But I know the Hammerhead Shark was one of the main people that was trying to call me all types of dummies for no reason. But her dumb ass always get on here begging like people ain't going to hear about the shit that she say. Like, please. Y'all, when Hammerhead Shark had that incident on Christmas Eve, I went from platform to platform letting people know in hopes of getting her donations to help her. But I'm not helping Hammerhead Shark, and I'm not going from platform to platform about it. But I just find it interesting. Have y'all noticed that all of us here as content creators and subbies, within a given year, y'all, we all go through life stuff. Life happens. But how many of us actually, when life is happening, decide to get on here, click the live button, and whine and cry and complain to y'all? How many of us, when life is happening, get on here and go on the community wall post and whine and cry to y'all? It's too many of us that don't do that. We solve our problems in a different way. Whether it's working more, whatever it is, getting another source of income, reaching out to relatives, whoever. But what I notice is Hammerhead Shark and Pizarro, anytime they have something happening, y'all, they coming right here. But then as soon as you help them, then they turn around and want to drag you 2 weeks later. They be playing. They be playing. Hey, everybody coming in. Just Blaze, Jamie, NTV, Diving, everybody. And ODS. But yeah, so it's just, y'all, it's weird. It's very weird. You didn't speak, prayed up. Get your ass out, prayed up. You didn't speak to me up in IG. So you get your ass out. Hey, Nikki, baby. I had to cuss prayed out. Because I guess she want me to cuss her out. She prayed up want me to cuss her ass out. And look, prayed up, I'm trying to be nice to people. Oh, and hey, babe, I saw you up in here. But yeah, y'all, so that's what we got. Simultaneously, two people crying out for beef sector help, beef sector sympathy, beef sector payola. And both of them decided to cry out on a Friday, which is payday for most of the people up in the sector. Hey, LSA boss. Oh, hey, you gotta chill. My bad. My bad. Nikki Baby said, when my son had to go to Jacksonville for testing, I didn't cry. I got up and fixed. Right! What the beef sector starts to give me is a little bit of laziness. Not everybody, but most of them. Because, y'all, they get so lazy that anytime life happens, they get on here to be lazy. What's good, Uncle Dwayne? Hey, Patty Cakes. They get on here to be lazy and cry for help. No! What happened to the days before you had a computer that you could just get on here and cry about something? Wouldn't you get your ass up? Oh, thank you, DC. You got my plate ready? Okay, thank you. Wouldn't you get your ass up and do what you gotta do for your own self? What happened to those days, y'all, when we had an extra expense? Because, y'all, I kid you not, even during the times when I was in school, a lot of my money was tied up in investments. Some was up in the stock. Hell, some of it was up in the CD with my bank. And it was some times where I would have life happen and I didn't have the money for it. I had a whole YouTube channel then, but this was like probably in the early 2000s. Might have been like 2011. When I had some shit come along with me, y'all know what I did? Started back substitute teaching. Substitute teaching is supplemental income. That's the beauty of having an education, because y'all, heaven forbid, if I even find myself in a hard time like that, I can start back doing that again. Substitute teaching. When I lived in New Orleans, y'all, I was able to do substitute teaching for the summer school. You know, the kids who flunked and they had to retake English again. Child, I had the summers on lock with one school up in New Orleans, in which every summer, if I was available, that's what I did. Because I worked. I utilized my time. And the good thing about summer school, when those kids fail, the summer school is only from 8 a.m. to noon. And so from 8 a.m. to noon, I occupy myself with being a teacher, trying to teach English to these kids so that they could pass their test at the end of the summer. But then after noon, guess what? I had the rest of the day to do something else. Whether it was working at a clothing store, whether it was working at damn Best Buy, whether it was, y'all, they ain't have Uber and all that back then, but I don't like to drive like that, so I wasn't going to be doing that. But I did those things in order to bridge the gap, is what I'm saying. People who really are in a need find a way. I'm not even religious like that, but when there is a will, there is a way. Or if there is a will, there is a way. And a lot of the times I notice that YouTube allows people to be lazy to where they no longer want to even find a way for themselves. You don't even want to find a way to get your own self out of the situation. You just want it to be so easy to come and depend on everybody else. Hey, Kamiko. Child, I'm telling you, many of them kids that I taught in summer school, y'all, you know they failed because they was bad as hell. Let's start there. The reason why they failed is because they was bad as hell. They didn't want to sit down somewhere and listen. But they knew that summer school was their last way in order to get to where they wanted to be. And it came to the point to where there had to be a compromise. Like, look, I'm showing up here every day to try to teach you. If you want to make sure that your friends don't surpass you, then we're going to have to work together to get this up in your skull so that whenever you take your test the next time, you'll pass it so that you can pass the grade. But people don't know nothing about this. They just know how to come. They know how to come on YouTube and beg. They know how to come on YouTube and cry. They know how to come on YouTube and give these posts talking about, I give up. I give up, Intels, I give up, bro. My husband ain't brought a paycheck in, bro. I don't know what I'm about to do, bro. My soundbites need new glasses, bro. School about to start. I gotta get school supplies and school uniforms, bro. I don't know, bro. Y'all, please. And then you have the ones like Hammerhead Shark. You got the ones like Hammerhead Shark that's over there. My child got MS. What? And y'all don't get me wrong, I'm not shading her if her child is in fact sick. But what I'm saying is, what happened to the days when you knew that you needed something extra, so you did some more? Hell, when I was in undergrad, y'all, before I even had any of my mama's money released to me, because that's the thing, that's a whole process. When people die, you just don't wind up with a check up in your mailbox the next day. No, it's a lot of paperwork that you got to go through, a lot of red tape, a lot of waiting time, and all this. And y'all know what I did? I worked my job at that time full time. I was in college full time. And then one of my friends told me about this like work from home job that you could do. And you had to have a landline to do it, y'all. This is like throwback shit. Where if you had a landline up in your house, y'all, you could work from home, in which you took inbound calls from them late night infomercials. You know them infomercials where they trying to sell you a damn gadget that could scramble an egg without you having to touch the egg, or like a damn gamble or gadget where you might could sell, you know, some type of kitchen gadget. Even it was one that was about Liberty Mutual, AARP, all this stuff. Essentially, back then, y'all, them late night infomercials, when people called that 1-800 number to try to order the product, I took on that as a part time job while I was in undergrad. And even after I done worked and been to school all day, I would come home and I would log into that portal for about 3 to 4 hours that night before I went to bed. And I did that every day. That's extra income when you need it. And all I had to do was log into the portal. They called, they want the little egg gadget, the little scramble unique. Oh, you want a scramble unique? How many you want? Child, put that order in, put their information through. They got their product. I mean, a lot of them late night infomercials, y'all, they need somebody to answer the phones for that. I did that. I damn sure went up on YouTube begging. Hey, you talk too much. Wasn't on here begging. Child was doing everything. Everything. Even when I lived here, moved here initially, and I needed extra money, I become a tutor. Do you know how many tutors they need out here? And some people hire tutors privately. Some people hire tutors publicly. When you put yourself out here as a tutor, and my expertise was always English because that's my strongest suit, then I will tutor. A lot of times, all you had to do was meet at the dang on library. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, list my Instacart. Give me 1 second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Child, the Instacart lady had got here quicker than I thought. Normally, when I set a certain time, they come later. But it would be that while I was on here talking to y'all, she showed up early. And y'all, that's another thing. Let me tell y'all a key thing. When it comes to me living here in Metro Atlanta, y'all, when I want to shoot my shot, I will. Unfortunately for me, this lady who just delivered to me is definitely not my type at all. However, you know, some of the girls that come here, they be delivering my Instacart, they be cute. And y'all, the easiest way to shoot your shot with somebody who is delivering an Instacart, all you have to do is be like, you get your groceries and stuff from them, and you be like, so, you know, you look nice, your hair is nice, you got my address. Since you got my address, do you want my phone number? That's how you do that. Since you got my address, do you want my phone number? Child, I be hell. I be hell on these streets. Because you already know where I live, but do you want my number to go with it? It works every time, y'all. Every time. Kamiko said I could be your type. You know, Kamiko, it is a lot. It is a lot of women out here that think they could be my type. But I just really be going for the ones. Patrice, I just really be going for the ones that's out here working. Because, see, I'm talking to y'all about work ethic already. And see right there, the people who work Instacart, y'all, them some workers. Y'all can't tell me that Pizarro couldn't work Instacart. Y'all can't tell me the hammerhead shark over there could not work Instacart. This lady that just left my house working Instacart. Now, she could get on YouTube and be like, I give up. I give up. Or she could load the Instacart app, get approved to be an Instacart delivery person, and deliver. And that's the thing with these women who do work Instacart out here, you know that they don't mind working. I tip them too. Me too, Patrice. Trey, I meant for y'all to read it up in her voice. But me too, Patrice. I tip them very, very well because that is showing that they are having a work ethic. That's all I'm saying. What's good, sparkling water? But yeah, this Instacart person was not my type. However, you know, it's a little touch and go. But yeah, I know that I was initially telling y'all about me and the different things that I did in order to make ends meet, and that was working my way through college. When I say that I worked my way through college, y'all, I'm not being bougie. I'm telling y'all the truth. And there was so many different odd and end jobs that I had to do to get my way through college. Because I damn sure wasn't about to ask my relatives, why do I need to ask them when I'm able-bodied? But now it's like, hey, View. But now it's like people, they don't even think about asking their relatives. They come on here and ask y'all. And y'all want to know why? The reason why they bypass their relatives and come right here to ask y'all is because they know they ain't got to pay y'all back. Now, their relatives, if they actually borrow the money from the relatives will expect some type of payment back. But here on YouTube, they know that once y'all give to them, that y'all not going to expect it back. And I honestly think that that's a disservice to the person. Especially whenever you look back in hindsight and see that the person is still begging 2 years later. Now, it's okay if you beg for a little bit for one time, maybe two. But when you begging every other month for the course of like 4 years, then you need to get your ass up and do Instacart. You need to get your ass up. You gotta chill. I didn't work at Burger King in college, but my main job was Men's Warehouse. No lie. Main job was Men's Warehouse whenever I was in college. And y'all, that's the reason why I have this picture right here. Hold on, let me put my picture. I have this picture right here. This was in my prime of being in college, working at Men's Warehouse. And guess what? I worked my ass off to make sure that I could provide for myself. And I used my Men's Warehouse discount for my clothes. You hear me? Now, if you smart about things and you have to get one of those jobs that you don't necessarily want, get it in an industry that you like. And that way you could take advantage of the discount. This right here, this button down, this tie, straight Men's Warehouse. I had my discount. I think I used to get 15% off. Straight discount. This is why I used to dress like this in college. I used my discount. Even y'all, another job that I had while I was in college was Best Buy. And guess why I worked at Best Buy, y'all? Let me change my picture back. But guess why, y'all? Guess why I worked at Best Buy during college? So, what's good, Regis? So, for me, y'all, the reason why I worked at Best Buy during college it's because that was at the time in which I was wanting to put new appliances in my house that I owned. Because I already knew that I had a rental property and I wanted to put new appliances and things like that in there, I worked at Best Buy. And guess what? I got a brand new washer and dryer for my rental property. I got a new refrigerator for my rental property. I got a new stove for my rental property. All through my employee discount. Because I chose to make extra money at Best Buy. You hear me? People don't be thinking. People don't be thinking. Right, the Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look, I guarantee it. People don't be thinking. People be out here spending all of this money when in all actuality, you could get a part-time job at one of these places that you typically spend money at and use your discount. That's what you have to do in order to build yourself, in order to where you're trying to be. And again, it took sacrifice on my part to work at these places. But at the same time, I was working my way through college. I was making money and I was getting the things furnished up in my house that I need at that time. So it's all about not being lazy, y'all, but actually working smarter and not really being on here just begging all the time. You gotta chill. We might be. You gotta chill. I'm 36. Everybody know I'm 36. So if you around 35, 36, then yeah, we probably in the same age range. But yeah, you have to do what you have to do, y'all. And you can't depend on begging. Sometimes you gotta think strategically up in your life. And sometimes it might be best for you to work at the place that you shop. Yep, you gotta chill. We are. I'll be 37 in September. I'll be 37 in September. You gotta chill. So you got me by a couple of months. But yeah, come September, I'll be 37. But this is what I did. And so that's why it's really hard for me to respect the people that get on here and beg so much and cry and all this. Now with technology being even more, technology is more advanced. So there are more things that you can do. But it's really only if you want to do it, y'all. Nez Pazar in this heat said, and when you make the money yourself, nobody can tell you anything. You have freedom. Correct. Just Blaze said, I wish I had financial literacy back then. I kept two jobs, but one was for bills and the other was to party. I be on my son's head though, so I guess it was for a reason. Okay, 37 in March. Yep, you gotta chill. I will be 37 in September. But yes, that's what you have to do sometimes, y'all. Now y'all see the finished product of me doing all the things that I did back then. But y'all wasn't around to see all the stuff that I had to do to get here. And that's one thing too. Any type of supplemental income, if I need to do it, I will. Now that my daddy is settled down and he ain't out there in them streets doing stuff that he ain't got no business out there doing, now I have the luxury of hitting up my daddy and be like, Daddy, I want to pay this, but I don't really want to have to pay it out of my money because I'm doing XYZ with it. And he'll send me some money. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. But either way, y'all, I done been here for like an hour. Plus the Instacart done came. So y'all, let me put these groceries up. But yeah, shout out to the Instacart workers out there. If you a hard working Instacart person and you cute and you come to my front door, I might shoot my shot. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Y'all please like the video. If you catching a replay, like the video. I was just running a Tesssisis. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress, and let me get these groceries up. Bye, y'all.